What's up, guys? Straight from the chest, Wednesday Wrath. My name is Justin Groth. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening on whatever portal you're listening from. I love it. I'm so appreciative of your viewership, your listening ear, all of it. Guys, I'm having a pretty awesome Wednesday. It's been pretty, straightforward. No real big hiccups or anything like that. I don't know why I'm telling you about my Wednesday like you even care, but anyways, it's a good day. I hope you're having a good day too. If you're not, that sucks. Your life sucks. I know, it's all sucky. But anyways, you know what I wanted to talk to you about today is the message today is basically centered around one saying that I've never quite agreed with. And you've heard it, we've all heard it. The message or the question, or I'm sorry, the phrase that I don't really agree with is get a second opinion. Get a second opinion. And I've never really agreed with that on a couple different levels for a couple different reasons. Because in my mind, the way I think, it may be different from the way you think or from the way your parents have taught you, but when something is breeding within me and I am the creator of it, I don't really believe that anybody else's opinion has any warrant. And I don't think that I hope that it's not coming from a conceited avenue or an arrogant standpoint. I really feel viscerally like there are some things that because they're yours, and because they're blueprinted into your DNA, they're your ideas, that someone else's opinion doesn't matter and actually should not be asked. Because sometimes their opinions can dilute your focus and actually cloud the lens that you're seeing through, that you're tunneling your vision through. And I have a problem with that. There's a reason why you have ideas. There's a reason why they're painted a certain way in your head. And I don't believe that because it's good measure to take or it's appropriate that you should ask someone else's opinion on what it is that you feel so innately strong about. Whatever vision that is, that could be anything from starting a business to starting a t-shirt line. That could be any and all of that. Why does it matter that you get someone else's opinion? Because you want to make sure that you cover all your bases? I think that's the quickest way to become discounted in your vision, which is what was given to you from the beginning, right? God gave you that vision for a reason. He didn't say, here's something, go ask around now and see if everybody else agrees with it. When you think about it like that, it sounds silly. It just sounds silly. If God gave you something, why would you go around and ask for validation? Or, because I say validation lightly right now, but don't get it confused, because sometimes, and this is inherent in my life, when I ask somebody's opinion on something, if I start to ask too many people, it can start to become a seeking of my own. Like I gotta seek out someone else's opinion because that's what I was told. And if I seek out their opinion and I think that maybe there's some warrant to it, but it's adjusting where my focus is, and I allow myself to continue on with that dynamic of asking people their opinions, I'm slowly discounting my drive. I'm slowly discounting my foot on my gas pedal for my idea, my vision. Now notice how I'm using my as the pronoun a lot, because that's what it is. Don't be afraid to say, this is mine. This is mine. We all know it's yours and God's, but in the human realm, it's yours. And it shouldn't be allowed, it shouldn't be given to somebody else and interpreted by somebody else that shouldn't be the measure that you focus on. Just because somebody else has something to say about it, who cares? It's your idea, it's your vision, and it's something that you need to carry out to the umpteenth degree, to the fullest. You need to exhaust it. You need to strangle it until you bleed every ounce out of that idea that's yours, because that's the quickest way to bring it to fruition. Not when you get clouded by other people's opinions that can slowly start to become other people's validations. And you start seeking out other people's opinions, but they turn to validations. And as soon as you know it, that's all you care about. Being validated. I'm here to tell you that instead of that, if it's something that you feel viscerally strong about, you need to ride that wave so strong and so clear focused and obscured from anything around you, and carry it until you've exhausted it. It's like if I bought a Lamborghini, guys, or if you bought a Lamborghini and you got in that Lamborghini and you're like, I love this. I waited so long to be able to buy something like this. And you bought it, you paid cash. That's crazy, I know, because they're like 300 grand. But if you did, and you took that Lamborghini home, and then you said, hey, wife, let's just spit out a name here. Andrea, come drive my Lamborghini. Let me know what you think of it. She gets in, and maybe she's got longer legs than you, and she's proportioned a little bit differently. And she gets in, and even though she adjusts the seat and everything, it's still, the steering wheel seems too far ahead, and it's too low, and the windshield is too sloped for her, and she just hates it. And she kind of like bursts your bubble a little bit, because you thought she was going to get in and love it, right? But that didn't happen. So now you kind of feel like, well, this seems like it's discounted now a little bit. And even though it's still Lamborghini, and you worked your ass off for it, you would want somebody to love it just as much as you love it, right? But that may not happen. It's the same thing for your own idea and your talent and your ability to brainstorm, not only viscerally, but cognitively about what it is you want and how you want it to be executed. And that should not have any waver to it. None. And if the Lamborghini is something that you love, it doesn't matter what other people's opinions are of it. It doesn't matter what they say about driving it. They might discount the drive, even though it's a Lamborghini, right? But that's okay, it's just not for them. Your idea, your vision, it's not everybody's idea and vision for a reason. Guys, it wasn't given to them, it was given to you. So why would you allow them to hold any type of hold or framework around your idea? I hate to say it, but they don't matter. I hate to say it, but second opinions shouldn't be second opinions. Second opinions shouldn't exist. You need to gather more strength in your own individual brain chemistry and guttural response to something that you're breeding, and go full-fledged into that. I believe that's the reason why people pucker out and their light flickers out, because they get too many people invited into their own idea or their notions, and they have something to say about it because it's not theirs. And they have something negative to say about it, or something that they would change or tweak. Well, sure, they could tweak something or change something. You could exhaust that principle all day long and get into semantics about this and that and the other. Who cares? It's your vision. You have an idea, a framework behind it. And it's your responsibility to take that and just exhaust it and drive it home. But reality is, you give too much opportunity to others' opinions of what it is that you dream about and have a passion about. They shouldn't matter. And I say that respectfully. They shouldn't matter. And this could be your mom or your dad or your aunt or your brother or your sister or your spouse. And I say this respectfully, but their opinions shouldn't matter. They were not given the creative idea in the beginning. You were. So it's your responsibility to cultivate that. And you have to stand strong. Stand like a pillar against any kind of wind or force that's trying to knock you over. Because there will be people that try to knock you over. There will be people that try to confuse you or disrupt your vision or disrupt your creative mind because they may not agree with it. Now, when it comes to producing a product, I'm going to go off a little bit. When it comes to producing a product, you want to make something for that's going to be marketable. You want to make something that people are going to love. But also, you want to stay true to your vision on that product. We have iPhones the way they are now because of one person staying true to what it is that he believed and he wanted. He wanted it that way. He wanted the phone to look a certain way, and he wanted it to perform a certain way. If he had given his idea or let it lay flat for other coders or people that were the manufacturers of the phone, and he allowed them to run his race, we wouldn't have the iPhone the way it is. It was because he stayed true to his own, albeit selfish images and wants and desires in his head. It's the reason why we have the iPhone, guys. It's the reason why it looks the way it looks and it performs the way it looks. It's because one man stayed true to what he wanted, to what his brain was thinking of and how his brain was conceptualizing the phone, the product that he wanted. But listen, you may not be the next iPhone producer, but listen, it may be your business or your t-shirt line that you have going. And it may be something that you feel so viscerally safe with that you almost feel unbreakable with that. And it's not coming from a selfish discord. It's coming from you feeling so viscerally sound in what it is you want to produce. And you have this urgency in knowing that it's going to be fine. That's the time when you have to listen and be all in to you, be your biggest fan. Not saying you don't listen to others, but when it comes to asking their opinion, you don't really need it. You need to follow suit with what it is your vision is and your creative mind is saying. There's a reason why it's yours and it's not theirs. Don't allow them to have any kind of say over what it is that you feel so viscerally strong about.